Ladies and gentlemen, this is a video from me. I'm going to say this for a one time. Why do you guys think I'm making this video? Why do you guys think? Because I'm just thinking that why Fortnite is not becoming a very, popular game anymore very much. Well, I mean, it still is popular for some people, but just some streamers, like other streamers, are just absolutely lacking themselves in interest of Fortnite. And this is what this video is basically about. Fortnite does not even feel like Fortnite anymore because we've seen all the major upset at the change of the movement, but you just want to focus on aesthetics and feel of the game. Well, the feel of the game is where you could loot and all that stuff, right? And figure out if there's a real actual person and a real actual bot in the game. And then you first follow up to the real person. That's when you're trying so hard to fight that other dude. And then all of a sudden the NPC could just go right into you. Like, I mean, we've all heard it throughout the whole entire year, right? So the one reason right here says, I think the reason OG was so fun because it was consistently just simple, right? Yeah, so basically your part of OG Fortnite was just so fun and just like 30 players to 20 players maximum in the game, right? But like, you see all kinds of other people doing all kinds of looting in the game still. You could see people getting really good mythic guns, really good like accessories and all that, right? Really good skins. Yeah, I mean, this is why I have not been streaming Fortnite anymore. Because, the game and all that itself is just not becoming too competitive with some people still to this day. Like, think of games like Valorant, for example. Yeah, like Call of Duty we get back into because Verdansk is added tomorrow. But, like, it's just at the same time, Fortnite is just not the game that has the same exact, like, map features, if that makes sense, right? Same exact thing I could not unsee ever again. OG was so bright, fun, open to having movement. Yeah, it had all kinds of movement where you can, like, shoot a team player and all that. This new season is dark and cluttered, and there's just so much going on. Like, it's just twofold. This map is like a Fortnite Verdansk. I think, like, Fortnite OG seasons are basically like a Verdansk, right? Like, it's a mini map of a game, right? It's 20 players. But some people, for all, like, in competitive ways like that, it's just not fun. Like, it's so cluttered with full of, like, just really professional players, I would say. Like, right? Like, let's be reasonable a little bit. It's such vibes for sure, but it's just, what happens to supply drops, such as an air balloon, like, that's inside of a supply drop, those are absolutely containable in different competitive modes, right? But it feels like Epic Games it hasn't veered away for the core identity of its own game. Because Epic Games has been owning Fortnite, part of their servers, and there's a part of a lack of an immediate thing where they're just... I'm thinking that Epic Games is taking it a little too far with what they do in Fortnite these days. Like, it just doesn't feel like the old chapter of Fortnite, in my opinion, though. Like, I could give you a whole new reason, though. Like, Epic Games is absolutely a great studio. Like, it owns all kinds of great games, for example, right? Like... I mean, yeah, but it's just like Fortnite is just starting to lack the interest. You could see other content creators on like streams like Cypher PKs, Tim the Tatman, Ninja, Nick A30. Like Nick A30 is absolutely just loving Fortnite right now. But like you could tell like other of the dudes like me and all the other dudes online like streaming Marvel Rivals 24/7 is just the lack of interest. Yeah. Like it encourages me to just not play Fortnite. But Ninja says that he's a lack of, like, he's not going to be playing back to Fortnite. He's retired from Fortnite. Well, we don't know if that's happening, but we'll see. This wasn't very coherent. I apologize. I still think Fortnite is one of the best multiplayer games. OAT, but there is just no chance I could convince my casual former teammates, friends to play this. Who is this game even for? Certainly not casuals, but it's not for a dedicated player base either. Am I totally wrong? LMK. It's not for a dedicated player, right? I don't think so. Like, if you have former players that just play the game still to this day, it's like, you can't have a whole entire, like, server just like that. You know what I mean? Like... Oh, should we read comments? I think we should. I mean, it's good vibes every time, It's like good vibes when there's new gun attachments, new tacticals, like all kinds of like different parkour stuff you could do on buildings like this. Like Fortnite's that game still, but like in shooting and overall, like victory royales are still popping off for sure. Duos, yeah. I mean, my first thought was when I saw the map was, wow, this looks like Warzone. I couldn't tell you that Call of Duty Warzone looks a whole lot more of a different modern map than Fortnite. Fortnite's just got that modelization, like where their landmarks look like actual white words this big printed like this, right? This was mine as well. Me and my friends, like this is like my friends, for example. Like, yeah, imagine like saying the first day of the new season of Fortnite, right? You're excited for a whole new blackout screen. Your whole entire like existence is not inside of a new trailer of Fortnite like that. It's like you see a new Fortnite skin, like anime characters like Naruto, Attack on Titan, Dragon Ball. You see other characters like, you know, Marvel. You see like Halo, for example. Like you see all kinds of these characters just getting their new skins later on. That's what adds into the game's attention. It's just, you know, the people requiring to buy V-Bucks to get different skins. It's coming in for a long time. Yeah, for sure. Remember? Like back first season 1, like chapter 1, when there was only default skins in Fortnite. Till then, later on, they released like newer skins. So someone says in this chat here, like they were watching somehow Tim the Tatman play, and when they first jumped, his immediate comment was that it would just look like a blackout. I mean, Tim, it's going to be hard to get Tim the Tatman to play Fortnite again, to be honest with you guys. I hate fighting the fucking NPCs, man. They're literally ruining the map. Yeah, they ruin the players, too. Sorry about that. I had a little choke in my throat. I hate feeling like I had to fucking relearn the game every time Epic does shit like this. No, that's why nobody likes to play Fortnite anymore. Like, they're just so tired of lacking on the same NPC in the game and just, you know, they're not having fun with what they're doing. Going to loot this area, going to loot another area, when it gets down to 4 or 3 players on the end of the game, you're done. Like, the camera angle in the game to close up your character, I mean, that part of the game is even more just, you know, frustrating than it is to me, but, like, you can get rewards on the Battle Pass for sure, yeah, like, for example, they add all kinds of others, like, I mean, it's not colorful to me, but, like, you know, the vibe of Fortnite gameplay is just outrageously crazy right now. I mean, would you rather be just, you know, cuddled up in your own, you know, like, TP or something like that, like, just be playing Call of Duty right now? Well, it's not how I feel about Fortnite. Completely, the game is just absolutely just, you know, I mean, Fortnite's just the game right now that's honestly not very much of a hero, not very much of what I call like a number 1 game on stream, right? Like a number 1 game to be like obsessed with. Like OG season, so good so far, we'll say that, but like, you know, the pain of getting back into the game could just be, yeah. But anyways, and will we get back onto the game? We don't even know yet. Epic Games is actually stupid if they add like different builds and different zero builds. Well, zero build's a whole lot of fun, man. Worst part of zero build is just such a small percentage of the players. Yeah, the most players that just die in zero build because most just don't know how. No, it's only noobs that know how to build in a game. It's only the noobs. 1.5 like million people that play zero build. That's just people that are just so competitive. But once you're playing build, which I don't normally play build, that's when those freaking like square off kids would be going like, oh yeah, let's box this fish up, let's box it up. Here we are, we're building a whole new dude tower, and they just nuke the kid in the face. He dead. Well, I mean, it's just not only that. You can't learn someone's different damage and their different high rates of the game. So far, I think it'll get better. They just, you know, I'm just looking through all kinds of comments. Yeah, I'm just, you know, the OG map just looks so good. But anyways, I don't even know if I'm getting back into the game myself online, but we will see how it is and start from there and all that. Yeah, I mean, I just got a whole research in my head, so it helps a lot too, you know. But anyways, if you want, give this video a like if you need to. Subscribe to my channel if you're new, actually. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful rest of your days. Stay safe out there, guys. Peace. See ya.